John Abraham in the house on SpotboyE Live Season 2.
Thank
How
you.
much, what's your weight by the way?
Right now I weigh in at about maybe 88, 87.
88. How much of that weight is the weight of the pressure of being called sexy and looking sexy all the time?
I mean, I appreciate it, but I think I've been so long off screen and kind of doing the thinking work that I really don't think about the sexy part of things.
Not just your career. Alright, then here we are. The Hindi film industry's good look quotient goes up because of him. The industry's intelligence quotient also goes up because of him. His first name, his middle name, I suspect, I've been told, is Sexy. John Abraham in the house on SpotboyE Live Season 2.
Thank
How
you.
much, what's your weight by the way?
Right now I weigh in at about maybe 88, 87.
88. How much of that weight is the weight of the pressure of being called sexy and looking sexy all the time?
I appreciate it, but I think I've been so long off screen and kind of doing the thinking work that I really don't think about the sexy part of things.
Not just your career so far, but the t-shirt that you're wearing right now talks about guts and glory, and you've been battling sandstorms and things like that for your latest Parmanu.
Yeah.
How's that been like?
Oh, it's been crazy. We were shooting in Jaisalmer and Pokhran, and the temperature was about 47 degrees, and when the lights were on, we were shooting in close to 52 degrees. But I think I have a fantastic director, a fantastic unit, and fantastic co-producers, and we all put this film together really well. It was efficient. We haven't lost a single day.
Wow. And the pressure on me on this show has gone up manifold because we are going to be live not just on Facebook, and I'd like your questions to come in for John Abraham, who's doing his an interview after a long time.
Very long time, Manish.
But now we're on air on 9XM as well. You want to say hi once again to the other audience?
Hi guys, hi to everyone there on 9XM, and thank you for watching this program.
Right, John. There's a certain perception that's built about every actor, right? So Asia's sexiest man, at one point India's sexiest bachelor, at one point stylish man, icon and all that. लेकिन एक बात मुझे आज तक समझ में नहीं आई कि आप इंटरव्यूज में जाते हो, आज भी आए हो, पार्टीज में जाते हो, जब भी जाते हो तो चप्पल पहन के जाते हो. ये कोई लक का चक्कर है, कंफर्ट है, आराम का मामला है, क्या है?
आराम का मामला है, and it's like I enjoy chappals. I don't think I need to wear shoes या dress up in a very fancy way to kind of prove a point. क्योंकि जो मेहनत करनी है वो तो बॉडी पे करनी है, उसके बाद आप कुछ भी पहनो, अगर जूने कपड़े भी आप पहनो इट विल लुक डिसेंट, आई थिंक सो.
नीचे तक नजर नहीं पहुंचती, एब्स तक जाती होगी नजर लगती है क्या मज़्यूम है?
No, I'm sure everybody has abs today, and it's a great thing for everybody to be fit. But it's important, Manish, to be fit 365 days of the year.
Yeah, but there's more to you, and as one of those Shah Rukh Khan songs said, "Sada tumne ab dekha, hunar to na dekha." So it's more about hunar and not so much about abs.
Yeah.
But let's go back to your MBA days. You did an MBA from MET.
Yeah.
How much has that helped you in your career in this industry?
Yeah, I think it's helped me a lot because it makes you think, it makes you choose the right from the wrong, it makes you select wisely. And it, when you're doing marketing, you position yourself in a particular manner. So when John Abraham started off, it was more about his body, and it was more about the way he looked. And being an MBA person in marketing, you understand that you use that as your USP to position yourself. When you get to a certain level, you actually concentrate on telling people that, listen, I may have a body, but I have a brain too. So let's now look at content. And then when you become a producer, you talk about Vicky Donor, you talk about Madras Cafe, you talk about Force 2, you talk about Parmanu now. So, different kinds of films.
Right, we've got lots of questions coming in. Sangamitra Mukherjee wants to know, Bollywood functions में आप नहीं जाते, लेकिन और film functions में भी नहीं जाते. Is it easy to survive in this industry? You've done pretty well, 14-year long career.
Yeah, I think, I've got a lot of friends from the industry, and they know that I won't turn up, and I don't go for film functions. और ये common knowledge है कि John award functions के लिए नहीं जाता. I don't go for, मैं शादियों में नहीं नाचता हूँ. I don't dance because I think it's not my cup of tea. And I don't usually much go for parties. लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से I think if you want to do good films, you have to choose good content. And people will understand that. People who want to see that will come and see that. Trade में जिसको, जैसे I really want to bring in Kriyaj here.
Yeah.
Intelligent young producers, Prerna and Arjun, fantastic. They have an eye for good content, and they have an eye for good producers. If you see what Akshay is doing today, or you see what Anushka Sharma is doing today with Clean Slate, or you see what I am trying to do, we're all trying to make content that's sensible. So I think people in the trade, when they want to see good content, they'll pick it up. But शादियों में जाके नाच के मतलब I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you why, Manish. I would never do it. First of all, A, it's not in my DNA. B, I still remember someone talking about some actor performing, and they were talking about how people got drunk there and manhandled the actor, stroke female actor.
Right.
तो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा because they're part of my industry, and I don't think as actors we need to really dance everywhere to earn money. We need to create good content to earn our money, honestly.
Right. So MBA from MET, and in your career, you played a cop, a raw agent, an army man in so many films, and you are clearly very patriotic in real life as well.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of joining the armed forces? This is a question that's come from Tejas Shah.
Yeah, so you get an honorary badge, and I'm looking at that honorary badge or that rank, and the armed forces is something that's very close to my heart, and I could possibly get one. The only thing about that, and it's common knowledge, is that if there is a situation of war, and we hope for this world that there's no situation of war, then I will have to go to the front. And thinking about it, it's really fantastic just being a part of the army.
Let's talk a bit about your Parsi roots. Now, Gujaratis, they'll say Kemcho, Bengali, they'll say Kemanacho. So Parsi, they say Dikra. It's a common
Dikra,
cliche.
yeah.
Give us a few other Parsi expressions that are used at home.
You really want me to give you Parsi is only abuse?
No.
You know, Baba
I'm
is
sure,
really...
I'm sure there are others that were used on you when you were a slightly naughty boy in school.
I mean, my grandmom would say, "Tu mastakni bimari hai."
What's that?
Mastakni bimari means you're
Magajni bimari.
Yeah, like your brain, you're a disease in the brain. So I mean, there are a lot of funny things because I think so. My mother is Irani, and my grandfather came from Iran.
Wow.
And I think, I believe that the Zoroastrians are amongst the most beautiful community that exists, and I'm very proud to have one part of that and the other part being a Mallu.
How much of you is a Mallu, how much of you is a Parsi?
I'd say 50-50 because that's exactly, I mean, I think I've got a bit of my mom's looks and I've got my dad's brains.
Oh, people in Kerala are going to object to this thing, but John Abraham looks as good as Mallus do.
Oh, I love Mallus. I'm a very proud Malayali to the point where I think I've got a bit of a communist bent to me.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of Karl Marx.
All right. But someone's given full marks to your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Bad pun, Karl Marx to full marks, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that you have a small India flag in your wardrobe. Is that true?
Yeah, that's very true. I think it's my most prized possession, and I think it's something that's very close to my heart. And Parmanu is exactly a reflection of what I feel for my country. And I'm sure, this is what I say, Manish, today we are very proud to be Indian. There's a very strong sense of Indianness.
Sure.
But if I tell this to a lot of youngsters who are watching 9XM now, they probably wouldn't believe me. But there was a time when we were embarrassed about our Indian passport. At airports we used to turn our Indian passport where we didn't want people to know we're from India. Today things have changed. Sure. You want people to know you're from India. And one of the reasons people should watch Parmanu is because of the incident that happened on the 11th of May 1998, and that's one of the reasons that made India proud.
It's going to be a wake-up call kind of film.
It's an India shining film, and I always say this, it's about Jai Jawan, Jai Vigyan. It's a respect to the army, it's the respect to the scientists. NASA has, out of every 10 scientists in NASA, 4 of them are Indians.
Wow.
We've just launched 104 satellites into space from India, and 96 of them belong to the United States. Just to show the power of India. This is from ISRO. So we as Indians are very powerful. And I think the real heroes are also the scientists that go unrecognized. And I think bringing a film like Parmanu is telling people, hey, listen, we're not going to show you a documentary. We're not going to make it boring. We're going to make it fun, entertaining, and we're going to make you understand and feel cool to be Indian.
Right. India has clearly risen in more ways than one, and there's someone else who wants to talk about what time, at the time you rise. Diku Rajput says, "Aap 9 baje so jate hain, 4 baje uth jate hain." It looks like he's been stalking you. What is your idea of fun if you wake up at 4, sleep at 9?
Yeah, so people ask me, have you had a holiday? And I've not had a holiday in a long time, Manish. I've had one holiday in I think maybe 16 or 18 years. I wake up at 4:30. I sleep by 9:30.
You don't meet Akshay Kumar at 4:30, do you, by any chance?
I mean, I honestly, if I got out on the roads, I'm sure I'd meet him.
You might bump into him.
I'd bump into him because I think Akshay and me have similar habits.
Right.
We wake up early, we sleep early, and if you see him, he's amongst the fittest and the most handsomest men you have in this industry even today.
I need a favor from you now.
Ji.
Every time I go to a party, I don't drink. So ek drink le le. I'm sure you face the same as well. Can you speak on our behalf and tell the audience there it's absolutely cool to not drink and not smoke?
Yeah, it's absolutely cool not to drink, and smoking definitely. It's absolutely. I mean, I always advise you guys don't smoke, but drinking, everything done in limitation is okay. And for people who don't drink, I think it's really cool today not to be a drinker, not to be a smoker. So, a big thumbs up to all you guys who don't drink and smoke, because I think today girls and guys find that very, very attractive. And for all those people out there who do drugs, and I've told because of your family problems, etc. I have no sympathy for you guys, and that's one of the reasons why, I don't go to parties, because if I find someone doing something untoward, I may whip his backside, I may crash his head out.
There's something else that I read about you and I refuse to believe it. It said John Abraham is quintessentially middle class. Someone who's owned a hockey team in the past, someone who owns a football team. I believe you have some 55 bikes. I don't know if that number is correct.
No, it's not that.
All right.
Yeah.
But I need to find out if you are really middle class. We've got a small little game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of questions followed by two options. Never have I ever. Yeah, simple game.
So I can say I have and I have not, right?
Have not.
It's easier for me. Never have I ever is a little complicated for me.
So I have or I have not.
Okay, I have and I have not.
All right. Hand on your heart, and I know you're not.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the first one. Have you ever switched off the AC? Not because it's too cold, but because it's been on since 5 hours.
So I'll tell you why I have. I do that even today because I check my electricity bill, and if it's too high, I shut off my AC for days together. Because I'm very sensitive. I want my carbon footprint to be down. और मेरे को ये परवड़ता नहीं है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और ये जो bills जो आते हैं ना, I think everybody should live within limitations. So recently I was just talking to my manager and I said, how can I live within 50, 60, 70,000 rupees a month, which I still think is too much.
Right.
And we are trying to calculate and see if we can manage that. So have I shut off the AC because of electricity? Yes, I have.
A lot of girls out there are saying, "Ek to itna hot hai, garmi mein kaise manage karta hoga bina AC ke?"
Because I don't wear much when I sleep in the night also, so it's fine.
All right, question 2. क्या आपके पास बाहर के कपड़े अलग और घर के कपड़े अलग है?
नहीं, ये जो मैं, so I have same clothes in the house and out of the house. ये track pant जो है, honest confession, मेरा जो makeup person है वेंकी, वो adjust कर रहा था इसको. लेकिन मेरे पास 2 ट्रैक पैंट्स है और आज मैं एक पहन के आया हूँ, लेकिन आज नहीं, 2 दिन से यही पहन रहा हूँ मैं, क्योंकि यहाँ आके मैं चेंज करता हूँ. शूटिंग के कपड़े अलग है ना, तो घर में और जो बाहर पहनता हूँ वही. और ये चप्पल, ये मेरा चप्पल है,
जॉन अब्राहम के चप्पल. I can auction that and buy a house for myself.
या कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ है. सो दिस इज अ चप्पल फॉर ऑल यू पीपल हु गो फॉर अवार्ड फंक्शन. सॉरी, नो, आई एम सॉरी. दिस इज अ चप्पल फॉर जनरल my way of dressing up.
Okay. कभी बाई से एक्स्ट्रा छुट्टी करने पर झगड़ा किया है कि यार आए नहीं तुम यार?
या इनफैक्ट टुडे ओनली, आज ही वैसे हुआ कि संगीता जो मेरे घर पे काम करती है, शी डिडंट टर्न अप इन द मॉर्निंग और मुझे इतना टेंशन हुआ. सो आई डोंट फाइट बट आई गेट वेरी डिप्रेस्ड. So I am very sensitive to little things.
संगीता, don't do that. It's a film to shoot यार, बहुत प्रेशर वाली पिक्चर है.
मत करो प्लीज, सुबह आके मुझे
मत करो ऐसे, बिकॉज अगर नहीं तो होटल रूम जाना पड़ेगा. तो होटल रूम से अभी क्या आपने टॉयलेटरीज उठाई है कभी, कि मॉइस्चराइजर, सोप ऐसे उठाया कभी?
हाँ, मैंने उठाया है, काफी कुछ उठाया. सोच रहा हूँ क्या उठाया मैंने. वो सोप वॉश काफी उठाया मैंने, बट द
बाथरूम फिट नहीं होता होगा ना, बिकॉज़ आपके साइज के बनते नहीं.
हाँ, क्योंकि when I went to the hotel room, actually I went during force 1 और मेरे आर्म्स जो थे they were 21 inches, तो मतलब कुछ फिट ही नहीं हो रहा था.
आप आम आदमी हो?
हाँ, मैं आम आदमी हूँ. So I was quite heavy. I was 100 kilos of muscle.
Wow.
तो अभी काफी कम हो गया हूँ मैं for Parmanu, and people kind of like this more. They're saying please stay like this, look like a normal human being, like आम आदमी, it looks good.
Finally, have you ever taken a shared cab?
I have taken more than a shared cab. I have walked to. I've taken a shared auto.
Shared auto.
Shared auto I've taken, and till day before yesterday, my very good friend, like everybody knows, is an auto rickshaw driver.
Suku.
So Suku was waiting below, so I go by auto, I've traveled by all the trains. My regular train was the 8:57 Churchgate Fast
This is
from
unbelievable.
Andheri, platform number 5.
This can't be true.
Yeah, no, no. I still travel sometimes by bus, mostly by auto, and I can call in my makeup girl right now, my hair Prerna. Literally, come here, just come here. She was there and she just gave me a cut. Come here. This is validation. Come here. Stand behind me and ask her, when did I take the auto last? Yeah, please tell
Day
that.
before yesterday.
Huh?
Congratulations, you are very middle class.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I behave too this. I should just try and throw my weight around a bit.
All right. So thank you, Prerna, for testifying on his behalf. But let's talk a bit about Suku. I believe he was the inspiration behind a film that...
Force. Because I saw the Tamil film Kaka Kaka.
हाँ.
And Suku came with me to see it and he said, भाई ये film करो, ये बहुत अच्छी film है.
हाँ.
और ये मतलब हीरो की film है.
हाँ.
And that's how I did Force. And Force 2 happened then.
Right. So there's something else that's attained another kind of force in our country. Football, the game of football. We host the Under-17 World Cup this year.
Yeah, fantastic.
Ravi Jha wants to know, since you own a football team, what according to you is the future of the sport in India?
See, Ravi, very honestly, I would have played for India. Unfortunately, I had to choose between studies and sport, and I choose to study because there was no money in sport in my time. I think India's ranked 96 in the world today, give or take till 2021, and I'm sure we can make it into the top 50 or 60, and that's fantastic. For all you guys who think it's very low down, it's fantastic the way we've come up. The Indian Super League is a huge league, and I honestly believe the home of football is the Northeast, and my heart is also with the Northeast, and I'm a very proud Northeast resident as well, and I have a team from the Northeast. And I think historically and geographically, we've kept the Northeast out for a very long time.
Right.
And I think with football, you're bringing Northeast into the mainland of India.
Your heart, your head and your money is in the right place as far as football is concerned. But at one point, I believe you said it's not a profitable commercial venture so far. Has the financial analyst at home given you advice on यार IPL team खरीद लो ना यार इसमें ज़्यादा पैसे हैं?
नहीं, I think IPL will stagnate, has stagnated. मेरे हिसाब से आपने कभी सुना है कि किसी ने IPL के shares यहाँ पे खरीदे? There's no one that's bought. It's hostile takeovers.
Sure.
I think IPL is great. It's entertaining, but I think football is the growing sport. I have nothing against IPL, but I think the heart and the growth is with football.
Messi fan?
Totally.
All right.
Totally.
Moving on.
I think Messi's he's something else. He's someone else who's landed on earth to teach people how to play football.
All right, and you landed on earth to talk about fitness and nutrition. We can't have an interview without a fitness question. So, Mohammad Sharif Alam wants to know, I want to work on my physique and want to take nutritional supplements like whey protein, but my mom thinks I'm taking drugs. How should I explain it?
Hi, Mohammad. I think, you should take whey protein and you should tell your mom not to put oil in the food that she gives you. I think anybody who gives you oily food, और अगर कोई आपको बिरयानी खिला रहा है या कोई आपको जलेबी खिला रहा है, I think that's your enemy. Refuse to talk to that person. Have protein. Protein में कोई खराबी नहीं है, लेकिन प्रोटीन के साथ आप वर्कआउट करें, वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. And say hi to mom.
And I'm going to say hi to your mom because I believe she makes fantastic karele ki sabzi. And
Yeah, mom.
chila, I believe.
Yeah, chila and dhan saag dal.
So, does it take mom to make all that to make you have a cheat on your meal?
I don't have a cheat meal, unfortunately, Manish. I've not had a cheat meal in, I think, 21, 22, 23 years. No. But that's not like proclaiming. It's just my lifestyle कि I don't have anything that's unhealthy. मतलब ये मैं proclaim नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि अरे मैं तो सिर्फ healthy खाता. But I like healthy food.
That's your answer, Anahita Daruwala's question. Prajwal Gupta wants to know, of the younger lot, which actors do you think will take the action genre forward?
I like Tiger a lot. I think Tiger's fantastic and he's a good boy. And, he and me have been meaning to do an action film together. And because we both have very different kinds of action. So we want to work on a film together and we've spoken about it. And let's see, if something materializes, it'll be great for the audiences to see one guy running through doors while the other guy is flying over them.
Right. Before we wrap up, let's talk a little bit about Parmanu. How much have you shot? What's lined up? It's not been an easy shoot so far.
Yeah, so Parmanu, we've so for all you guys, I think I'd like you to know that Parmanu is my most special project till date. It's very close to my heart, and I think today with films that have happened, we see that actors and stars are driving films lesser and content is driving film more. And I think if you have a good story, you'll have an audience that comes to watch it. I think Parmanu, hopefully, will be one of the best stories that has come out of India, and me and my entire team are very, very proud of it. It's releasing on the 8th of December. I don't want to do shameless marketing, so I'm not going to keep repeating that. I want people to see a good film, be educated, at the same time be entertained, and that's why we're making a film like Parmanu.
You heard it first on SpotboyE Live. This is the first time he's talking about Parmanu. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
And I'm going to cross-check all your answers with your mother and is such bola ki nahi bola. Cheat me.
Yeah, you can ask her.
All right, thanks so much, John.
Thank you.
It's been fabulous chatting.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
See you next time.